Hi guys, it's Shin here, back with another video today. Sorry, but in the last couple of days I haven't been able to do a lot of videos because I've been quite low on hooks. But now I'm back, and as promised, I am going to fly tie for you the red alley, which is right here. So as you can see, it's got red bucktail, and then it's got red pheasant feather hair, and then a nice red hackle, and it's also got some gold oval tinsel in here, and some white fluffy stuff, which admittedly I do not know the name of, which is right here. So, enough of chat, let's get into the video. Right, so I've kind of half done the silk. I was going to do the rest of it, but I kind of forgot, and I just started the video anyway. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to move the camera back slightly because I don't want to brain anyone. Right, so after we do the silk, the first thing that we need to do is the red bucktail. You may disagree. You may think that the most important thing to put in first is the gold tinsel, but it's not, guys. It's the red bucktail, which I have right here, and I'm just going to snip some of it off behind the scenes because it's easier. Wait, let me just get the right amount. Here, I'll snip it in front. So this is what you got to do. You just got to move it down, and remember, take it all off. You don't want any wastage because that really annoys. Well, I mean, I don't know if it annoys, but it's just quite irritating. Okay, I'll just move that. I'm almost out of black silk. I've just realised that. So my videos in the future might not be with black silk, even though it might supposed to be made out of black silk. I've got some hot orange here, but I only have one reel left, unless I use Taze, but he might not be very happy about that. So there we go, guys. We've put in the red bucktail. You might just pull it forward a little bit more, just to make sure it looks the best. Now that we've done that, we'll get the golden oval tinsel. Let's just snip that first. Right, now, before we put on the tinsel, you need to just wind this in properly to make sure that no parts of red silk are showing. And with these funky scissors I have, I'm just going to quickly trim any excess black silk, which is right here. Right, so I'd say that's pretty well covered. So now I'm just going to lower the silk down to here, and now I'm going to get out the golden oval tinsel. So I'm just winding it. You probably don't want too much more than 20 centimeters of it. It's okay if there's excess. Better more than less. I'm just going to snip that. If this isn't enough, then we can always put some more on top. Remember, so there's less wastage, pull it, so only a tiny bit is left on the other side, and then we just want to gently and very carefully wrap this around. Okay, now that that's in, we're just gonna move the silk to the other end of the fly over here. So that means we have room to maneuver with the gold oval tinsel. So we're just gonna wrap it round like this. Remember, this bit needs to be completely covered. Oh, for goodness sake. It's the only bit which brings a lot of shine because the red alley doesn't have crystal flash. So it's fairly important that this goes in. Right. Now we bring this over here, and then I reckon we should snip it around there. Now, I have quite a lot of spare bits, a bit left. This might actually be able to be used for another fly. The reason I say that we use so much is just in case something goes wrong, or you end up using more than you normally would. I'm just going to focus on that a bit more. Here we go. now that we've done that, guys, just wind in this last bit of golden oval tinsel so it's completely gone. And now we'll put in the red pheasant feather, which I have right here, I think. Yep, here we go. So I'm just going to get out some of this. Red pheasant feather is very easy to come by, and you can buy loads of it for like a £5. Right, so now I've got my red pheasant feather. I'm just going to lift it up, plonk it in, and then pull it forward like so. And now I'm going to tie it in, and I'd say that looks pretty good. I know the fly looks quite skinny at the moment, and that will change once we've put in the hackle, because if you look here, the hackle gives it a lot of bush. Right, so just make sure this is tied in very well done, because if it's not, then it could fall out, and then your fly isn't really a red alley anymore. Right, now that you've chopped that, discard your feather. Well, the rest of the feather. And then just tie this in. Make sure you tie it in nice and gently, because if you wind it too fast, the silk will eventually come off. I would make an example of that, but it would take me about 1 minute to put it on. And time is of the essence, you know. Right, just wind that back again. And now that we've done that, we get this random material. Don't know what it's called. I believe you all know that by now. And now we just want to snip a little bit of it. So I reckon that much should do. And again, snip it at the stem. It's basically bucktail, so you need to treat it like it's bucktail. So I'm just going to snip it. Apparently it takes more than one snip to snip it, so I'm going to snip it again. There we go. Right, I've got it now. I'm just wrapping it around. Okay, so now it's ready to put in. So again, guys, lower it, treat it as if it's bucktail, loop it round, lift it over, and then pull it in. Right, that is perfect. You don't have to put the red pheasant feather in first. I don't quite know what I've done here. No, I have put the red pheasant feather in first. So that's what I would advise, but it's up to you guys. That part of the fly won't make too much difference. So now that we've done that, we want to get your red hackle, and then we want to tie that in around here. You need to have loads of room left for when you half hitch and varnish, so you can get a normal amount of gut in. Gut is a type of line. I'm not just saying it randomly. Right, I'm just getting my feather. Doesn't really matter what feather it is or what it does, as long as it's red. And then this has little baby fluff, but I'm just going to strip parts of it away. There's a bit of it here which looks quite knackered and scraggly, so I'm going to strip all that away. So we have a nice bare fly, feather even. So now I'm going to lift it up. I've just realised my hackle pliers are here. You don't have to use hackle pliers. Oikle doesn't use hackle pliers. I do, because I find they're handy and I can stop halfway through tying it in. We all have our different techniques. Okie dokie. So now that that's tied in, as you would have seen earlier in the video, I did a crisscross and a sort of X shape with the silk, which means that I will be able to loop it around quite well. Hopefully, it doesn't always pan out that way. So I'm just going to put the camera down again. Face you like that. There we go. So now we just grab the hackle pliers like that. Slipped out. Let's try again. Sometimes it takes more than one attempt. That's fairly common for me. Fairly common for probably a couple of fly ties out there. Actually, probably more than a couple. Okay, right, just wind that. That's actually already enough hackle. You don't need to use the full feather. I know it's a waste, but it means that the fly will probably look a bit better. Also means that the eye will be more exposed, which is what we want. Right, now that that's mostly safely tied in, snip it, ditch that in the hackle pliers. You see this white little knobbly bit on the end, just get the scissors, point it there, and so you don't snip any of the hackle. Once you get there, you just thread the scissors down and then snip. Right, now, quite a lot of strands managed to escape there, so I'm going to snip those. After that, all you need to do is tidy up the eye, and then you're pretty much there. Obviously, you need to do the half hitch and varnish. I've half hitched in earlier videos, and the varnishing isn't hard. You just need to get a bit of varnish and put it on near your eye. So that's about it, guys. I won't show you that one because the eye's still a bit messy. So I'll just show you this one again. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye for now, guys.